Currently, we're about a month and a half into the school year. It's our first year doing PBL. All the teachers are really excited. Things have been going super well so far. I've noticed in my classroom a lot of growth in the students. They seem to be taking on more responsibility. I've heard similar things from other teachers, and so we're hoping that it will just kind of continue to blossom throughout the semester.
I saw him doing it more like it's doing it.
Prison population, think about that for a moment. This means that a group which compromises less than 5% of the population is committing 25% of the crime.
The lesson of these 236 years is clear. Immigration makes America stronger.
What would you do if you were in their shoes? What if your parents brought you here, and you can't just say that I don't care, it's their problem thing like yesterday.
All right, moving on to phase 3, this is where we get to universal tree. So this is going to be the stuff that we take out into space, and this is something that gets used by NASA day to day. So we've got satellites out and in orbit taking pictures, mapping the universe, and one of the main things they're trying to do is get a 3D map of what's going on. All right.
And I learned a lot about the planets and like the temperatures they have and what's so great about them. And it's just a good experience.
We chose Mars. Like if the world were to be destroyed, we chose Mars because that's the most suitable for life. And when we did this, it was about a phenomenon, and we chose Saturn because the rings of Saturn, they reflect sunlight, and we thought that was pretty cool.
Trying to figure out what's related from our problem that's now current from like 900 years ago.
Exactly. So when you find the event, that's the effect. You're going to look for the cause. And then that cause is going to be the effect for something else.
I really like PBL projects in my health team class because we have to put our thinking into real world situations, and we had to create our own hospital and make a budget, and it was just like building a real hospital.
We do projects to learn the actual subject, not really just take notes and on it and then we're done. We actually do hands-on things with different activities to help us understand and learn the subject more.
What I like about PBL is that it's interactive. You can work together with other people, and it's like you learn from each other, and it's really fun and it's not boring like sitting in the classroom taking notes.
Because you get to be in a group, and if you don't understand something, then someone else in your group will understand it, and it's a lot of help.
Sometimes in college and stuff, you ain't gonna have people like your professor there all the time, so you can just do it by yourself and get good at doing it by yourself. I mean, it's really fun. I like it.
Because in the future, you'll have to do things on your own without having people around you. And with PBL, we do stuff without the teacher teaching it to us. And we teach ourselves basically what we're learning about.
It's different from the other ways of learning because we get to learn more on our own, and that means we learn more than we probably would with them teaching because we have to actually go and find the work, and also we get to work with our friends.
Because it allows you to work with new people that you don't usually work with, and it gives you opportunities to learn more than just sitting taking notes. It's different because you get to work with like projects and hands-on stuff instead of like taking lots of notes that don't really help if you don't study them. And you get to work as a group, which doesn't put all the work on just one person. It's a lot more freedom in what we're doing because we get to pick however we want to present it, and it gives like me a chance to be a whole lot more creative with what I'm doing. PBL challenges me because it makes me think more instead of just doing a simple worksheet.
So the vision we have is that the kids we've selected for PBL will, by the end of this semester, have a large project that brings together two of their major curriculum content areas. Math and science will be paired together, English and history will be paired together. And by the end of the full school year, these same students will have one big project that brings everything together into a culminating project where they can see how all of the content areas are interrelated through one main theme.
Hi, I'm Latifa Abdal. I'm a CPA in Benson, North Carolina. I have a student currently here at South Johnson, one's already graduated and is at the state right now. Mrs. Hodges asked that I come in. She teaches health sciences, and her class was asked to do PBL projects. And I and also Mr. William Massengill was in here one day, and we judged, looked at the projects that the kids had put together. And I was very impressed with the project, the idea of the project. I think it's very reasonable, it's real world. Obviously, different students approached it differently. Some were more detailed, some needed a little more research, but I think it was a good starting place for them to get that experience because when you're out in the real world, you are going to be presented with situations and you have to know, where do I start? Where do I go to find information? A lot of the kids seem to have embraced the idea of the project. I think also it's a good experience for them to have to present the project. Public speaking is something that kids need experience with as well.
One of the main components of PBL is an authentic audience, which means bringing in people from the community who have an expertise in the area that's being studied. So it's a great way for parents to get involved beyond just what their kids may come home and tell them. They can come in and actually see what they're learning, meet the teachers, and become a part of the class instead of just waiting to hear what the kids have to say or with a progress report every 3 weeks.